All right. Hello, everybody. It's Rebecca. This is Divine Encounters. And today we are going to be working with Mary Magdalene. Now, I always like to start these calls off with kind of like a little bit of a mind connection for the participants who are here live. And if you're listening to the recording, you might want to play along. Like, what do you know about Mary Magdalene? Like kind of like what do you know about her? What's the her mythology, her story? Um, so what so somebody said something, and they said they're smelling a strong floral perfume scent. Could it be roses? Because Mary Magdalene is associated with roses. So I'm thinking that strong floral perfume scent is her. Yes. So great use of clear smelling. She washed Jesus's feet. Okay, what does that mean? She's in theory, right? She's supposed to be next to him in the Last Supper. There's a lot of mythology around Jesus, right? With Mary Magdalene. Some say that she was his partner, his life partner. Anything else? And while I'm just kind of like waiting to see what's in your minds regarding knowing about her mythology, go ahead and take a deep breath, and I am going to um oh, hold on. Ooh, I'm feeling lots of energies, like waves of them. So I'm focused on getting everyone grounded. I feel like this is going to get really high frequency here. Okay, so everybody just say yes to being grounded and say yes to being fully in your body. So I was raised Catholic, right? And I was raised Catholic. And so around Easter time, we had to do the I had to, because I had no choice, to go to church and do the washing of the feet and yada yada. And yes, it is a symbol of respect. Yes, she was a prostitute. I was waiting for someone to say that, right? I think there is a lot of, again, I'm going to say the word mythology, to discredit her as far as being a prostitute, or she wasn't that important, or, but here's the thing. Okay, we don't really know, right? Each of us can connect with the energy and the frequency that is, quote, her. Each of us could have a different perspective because I believe these higher level beings are like humans, and like each of you, for example, do you only offer one thing, or are you this multifaceted being? Like each of you are a multifaceted being with many, many different talents. So these higher level beings too. I want to say this, I feel like it's very important. Whenever you work with me, okay, you're only connecting to what I call the absolute universe. That's the pure infinite intelligence. You're not connecting with any like stream of beings that have been, to use Michelle's word, corrupted. Okay. Um, so hold on, my head's itching like crazy. So again, don't like you're only connecting with the purest possible essence of the beings that we connect with and of your highest selves as well. Um, and well, I don't know. Here's the thing, okay? I always thought it was strange why she was so discredited. It could be more like the feminine was discredited. Living in 3D reality, throughout antiquity, women were discredited. Not the divine feminine, not the feminine energy. Women were unworthy. So, um, I think it was more of a, I mean, if you look at the Catholic Church, uh, and the Catholic Church, there still men are elevated. So, anyway, so take a breath. Let's minimize um our kind of our minds, and let's just connect with the essence of Mary Magdalene. And again, I love that you smelled the flowers, Wilma. Thank you. Um, and I'm going to read something. Um, when I connected with her, um, what came through was she wants to help heal wounds around unworthiness, repression of truth, and fear of visibility. Let me do, I can type that in here. Okay. Um, heal wounds around unworthiness, repression of truth, and fear of visibility. Hey, anybody quote suffering from any of these? Okay, all of the above. Right. So, and keep in mind that from what I said earlier, as we work with the three planes of existence, the spiritual plane, the mental plane, and then the physical plane, right? Right now, we're primarily working with the spiritual plane by connecting with her and also somewhat of the mental plane as we get more clarity. Okay. Um, so let's look at wounds of unworthiness. And I want you to focus on just, if you can, just this lifetime. Okay. So focus on wounds of oh, my voice, it's all high. Focus on wounds of unworthiness. And we're going to talk about a core wound. And is anything coming up? And I invite you to dig deep because when you're in groups like this and we have this collective intention, we want to be another goal when I hold these is for each of you to be connected with the expression of your divine purpose, the expression of your highest self. Okay. And that expression is folded into divine desires and then creation of the materialization really of the reality you want to have. Okay. So let me know if a core unworthiness wound has come up. Okay. Don't make it complicated. And I invite you to go as deep as you can go, maybe in your mind. Okay, put a W if you have your core. Um, or put a yes, a W. Okay, good. I'm getting really hot, by the way. Just the energies are really flowing. All right. Now just lightly hold that. And ask Mary Magdalene's assistance in helping to shed mm, almost like I'm hearing the words divine light. Was this worthiness wound part of your soul experience that you wanted to come to Earth and experience? Okay. And if you're not getting okay, I want to say no, but I think it's a yes. Okay. Now my eyes are itching and my eyes are twitching. It's kind of interesting. Oh, interesting. Yeah, all right. So the F word wants to come through, right? I'm like, fuck, why did I sign up for this? I don't like it. Um, Imagine yourself up there, I'm gonna add a little lightness and humor. You're up there and you're all like, yeah, I can't wait for the lifetime on Earth, and I'm going to be living in 2025 and, I'm going to be born in X and I want to do this, this, and this. And you're all enthusiastic. Then you're down here and you're like, what the fuck was I thinking? Um, so it's time to check it off the bucket list. What's happened is you've had the experience, but then something kind of went, or should I say this? Are you finished? Have you experienced it? Can you check it off the bucket list? And Mary Magdalene is holding like an energetic anchor for all of you to just really examine this. All right. So if it's a yes, okay, I'm going to guide you on another little experience, okay? And I'm getting a headache. So oh, here we go. Um, when you have experienced trauma, okay, or core wounds, those wounds are in your unconscious, right? Following along with me? So if you've experienced a core wound and those wounds are in your unconscious, those wounds are still sending out frequencies. They're still sending out signals. Yes? In the unconscious, it's beyond time, space, continuum that we exist in the 3D. So those wounds are as if they happened right now in this moment because your personal unconscious is a culmination of all the stuff from this lifetime, okay, and other lifetimes. We're not even going to bring in other lifetimes. So this core wound that we're examining right now is one of the primary reasons why you haven't been able to manifest those intentions that you've been setting. You're with me, you're following me. And I just looked at my clock and it's 2:22. So yay. Take a breath. Oh, big one. Hey, how does this wound make you, quote, feel? I did expect I would be taking y'all through this. This was not my plan, but this is what's unfolding. So here we go. How does this wound make you feel right now, as you're examining it, as you're saying yes to it, as you're basically touching it, maybe even reliving it? Small and afraid, powerless, unwanted, like I don't deserve. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Feel worthiness, worthless, not good enough. Yeah, of course, right? All right. Now, we live in polarity. All right. Our reality consists of polarity. Invisible, unworthy, and terrible. Yeah. Okay. So wherever invisibility lives, visibility is also there on the other side of the stick. Unworthy, worthiness, terrible, awesome. Okay. The continuum of polarity. For every feeling, there is the opposite feeling that's available to you through frequency. Following me? Whatever you typed in, okay? I'm worthy. I I'm worthy, right? I deserve, right? I'm wanted. I'm confident, okay? I want you to feel into that stuck energy, that trauma. Okay, so when we experience trauma like this, and we're all in this sacred group together, and you're all connecting with significant trauma, okay? Or it wouldn't be getting brought up, you wouldn't have showed up, okay? It leaves marks in your energy field, as well as being buried in your unconscious. So we're going to do two things, okay? We're going to clear energetically the mark in your energy field just through intention. I'm going to do it for each of you. And yes, if you're listening to the recording, there's going to be a clone of me that will do it with you. I'm not going to say for you, but if you've listened this far and if you're still present and you're still here, you've given your consent, right? And, you would have like clicked off the call. You're like, this is bullshit, whatever. All right, so we are clearing the mark. I actually seeing a couple of you with 2 or 3 or 4 marks in your energy field. Okay, and now emotions, right? These emotions are basically living entities And all of these are lower vibrations, and the only difference between the let me go back, invisibility, that's a lower vibrating emotion. Okay. To visibility is it's a higher frequency. Okay. I'm not talking like that BS high vibe thing, right? That's not what I'm saying, but I want you now to think of something that causes you to feel better. Okay. It could be your dog, your partner, a song that you love, a sunrise, a sunset. I'm seeing dolphins. Animals are great for this if you want to call in an animal helper. Mary Magdalene is helping you. Okay, so take the frequency, the vibration, I should say, I'm sorry, take the vibration of what those words are: invisibility, unworthy, terrible. And I want you to start bringing in, like, oh man, okay. And as you do, feel that vibration rising, okay. Feel that vibration rising. Put an R in the chat when the frequency has risen, or the vibration, not frequency. I am wanted, loved, and adored. Okay. I am wanted, I am loved, and I'm adored. Yep. I knew, I thought of you and the dog, Nancy. That was easy. All right. I hold that. Okay. Hold that, hold that, hold that. And I want you to fold that in. For those of you who got here early, we were talking about divine desires, something you want to create. Okay. Nature and all within it, that's my go-to. I love animals. I really do. Drives my husband crazy sometimes. But anyway, okay. Take a breath, rising up, partnering with that thing that you love, that out of nature raises our vibration. Why do we go on vacation? Why do we feel good? Does anyone feel bad when you're looking at a beautiful field of flowers or a beautiful deer? Okay, no. Um, so feeling that, all right. And now weave that into your divine desire, because you guys, if it's your divine desire, Nancy having her own home, there's no reason for her not to have it. Okay. Kathleen having like friends to go out with and a special person, um, there's no reason for her not to have that experience. There's no reason. Now, there's stuff stuck in your energy field that's causing you to miscreate and recreate a life that you no longer want to experience. There's no good reason. Okay. Unless there is something on your soul's bucket list, you can get clarity about that and check it off. But there's no good reason. I'll grab a Maslow's hierarchy. He's really coming in. But there's no reason why y'all shouldn't be in those upper levels. You're aware of energy, you're aware how energy works, all this stuff, okay? All the hoo-ha. Yeah, I want you to just ask Mary Magdalene to give you the answer, or you intuit the answer, because I keep kind of coming back to her, bringing in her energy. Um, oh, and she is saying that yes, when she had her lifetime on earth with Jesus, she was terribly misunderstood and misrepresented. Okay, so like where in your life have you been misunderstood and misrepresented and misrepresented? Um, That's what she wants to help you right now in this moment clear up. Okay, hold on. So, are the marks in your energy field gone? Yes or no? That's a yes or no answer. Are the marks in your energy field from this trauma gone? And if they're not gone, why are you holding on to them? Or is there something else that maybe needs to be done and jot it down? Okay. So you need to answer why. Is it that you're just not believing you can let it go, that it can be easy, or are there other things that you need to be doing? And how about the rest of you? Are the marks gone? You're welcome. Okay. Okay. And how are you feeling? Like, and when I say feeling, are you still kind of holding that vibration of worthiness? It's safe to be visible. I'm confident. Um, who's the boss? You or your mind? That's your mind. That's the self-doubt. That's what Michelle mentioned earlier. Like, I'm safe, I have money, and I'm just afraid it's all going to be gone. Okay. So when you have that stuff coming up, you have to just decide that you have conviction that you are the creator of your life. Those are just old fears, old echoes. Is it wishful thinking? Yada yada. That's the mind stuff. And and when things like that start running, take action. Okay, say, okay, well, what can I do? What can I do to ensure that, like, I'm going to use Michelle as an example. I'm going to create two or three, if I'm afraid that, oh, it's all going to be gone, it's all going to be taken away from me. Okay, well, I'm going to take steps so that doesn't happen. And I'm going to create 3 to 5 income streams where if I do lose one income stream, guess what? I have 4 others. Okay. Um, And again, when we second guess, that's just the mind trying to take control. I have so much more to say about this, but I don't have time. So, yay, Carly, that's beautiful. I love that. The eyes have stopped burning. Your aura has been professionally polished. Okay, awesome. All right, so everyone take a breath. And Mary Magdalene is going to give you it's like this beautiful, I'm laughing. I'm laughing more because the frequency is high, not because I have any reason to laugh. Um, it's kind of like she's also associated with that beautiful rose gold color. So just breathe in this beautiful blessing from her of this rose gold into your heart. And you all know that your heart has way more magnification power than your mind, right? It's like if you look at a car, the mind is the steering wheel and your heart is the engine. So why do we give so much credence to the mind? And those thoughts that are coming up, those, oh, but what if it goes away? What if that, when the mind starts doing that, create a powerful affirmation to say, nope, nope, you're just old stories in my head. This is who I am, and this is what I'm creating. You're welcome. So somebody said, when you mentioned conviction, it brought back a flash memory of someone randomly telling me a very long time ago, have the courage of your convictions. Now I get it. Thank you. Yeah, that's a phrase, right? The courage of your convictions. Okay. Now what we want to do is we want to take all this energy and we want to integrate it into our being, right? And then if there's any action you need to take to really solidify this, even if it's sometimes like Kathy, have you gone out of the house with a friend? Um, you know, those of you who want a business, Julie, I know you were saying you wanted a business. So what's one thing you can do to really like claim this new energy and then say, yes, I am a business owner. Maybe it's, I don't know where you are in your business, if it's even started, but maybe it's writing down some ideas of some offerings you can have and then where you can market those offerings. Just do something. All of you commit to doing something to really solidify, okay, I've changed. I'm a new person. Okay, do all of you acknowledge that you are not the same person you were when you showed up on this call? Pretty amazing, right? Oh, okay, big yawn. So, yay, Kathleen. Perfect. All right. So take a breath. We're going to thank Mary Magdalene. She will help you anytime you want a little dose of I am worthy, or even if like what I'm hearing is if you're ever feeling misunderstood or misrepresented or kind of marginalized and shoved to the side, call on her. And she can give you an energetic boost, right? She can give you a spiritual boost. However, it's up to you to control your mind, right? It's up to you to, like all these beings that we connect with, they can help us in the spiritual, right? But it's up to us to tend to the garden of our unconscious, pull the weeds, plant the flowers and the trees and the vegetables that we want growing and flourishing to then help us create our own desired reality, right? So, anyway, this I'm going to go ahead and integrate everybody's energetic shifts and changes. Make sure you take action. Um, and I'm going to say the magic words, and so it is.